Hello and welcome back to the weekend live stream where we are doing the platform game. And already I have a problem. All I did was change the text. So when our character dies, instead of saying you're dead, I wanted some pirate sayings. And so I decided to put dead men tell no tales flash ups when you lose a life. But for some reason, the ATTR is picking up red. If I just run it, it's picking up red straight away. And I do not know why it's decided to do that all of a sudden. All I've done is change that text. I don't know whether it was doing it before. That's the problem. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. It's saying it's 43. So what is going on there? Because I'm asking it to pick up 42. Oh, why 1 plus 1? Let's run it again a minute. I haven't changed. So why is it doing that? Print at 20 ATR y it was OY plus 1 X. So what have we got there? 43. So why is it having a bloody fit? What's going on? Not a good start to the stream. Let's just rend that one out a minute, and I have no idea why it's doing that. I'm asking it to pick 42. I'm getting 43. What I might do is just put a 84 print at 20 ATR. I'm going to go OY. It's definitely that line doing it, because when I rendered it out before, it stopped doing it. So it's either the Y and X or the OY plus 1. Let me just check something a minute, because I have been doing quite a lot to this today. I wanted to get as much done as I possibly could, because we're almost there with it. Let me go to list 410. This is where the main character is. Now I've added in some user-defined graphics here. Level 1. Could that be it there? Can't see how that would be it. That's the nasties. I'm going back on my tracks of what I've put in today. I don't know why it's bloody doing that. Did you clear screen before printing the level? But as you, all I can think it might be. Strange, it's not doing it. Hang on, did I run that out? List 86. List 800. I did add that in today, because I did notice when the screen loaded up that I forgot to tell the paper color to come on. So I've just added that. So we've got a clear screen there. So I've added that in today. Might be something to do with this. Perhaps maybe if I clear the screen here. Maybe put a clear screen there before we return. No, it's still doing it. Why is it doing that for? So let's follow its track. So it starts, go sub 800. So 800 is my startup screen. It then goes subs to line 180. This is where the variables are. So let LV equal 1. I'm on level 1. Ah, 230. I've got an ink 3 there, but it's picking up ink 2, so surely it can't be that. Let's just get rid of it a minute. I don't think it's that. So everything's going to be black now. List 180. What a bloody good start to the stream. I haven't even said hello yet. Oh. All I done was add that text in, and now it's just gone crazy. I don't know what's happened. So maybe I haven't got a clear screen somewhere. I don't know. Somewhere something is holding it off. What a bastard. List 86. I can't go back to a saved one either because I haven't saved what I've done here. So, you know. I don't understand why it's picking up 42 when I've just proved that it's not, there's no 42 there. So why is it doing that? If LV and ATR. I don't think that's going to make any difference whatsoever. Oh, you know, that's all it was. I had to put that in brackets. Unbelievable. That's all it was. Oh well, glad I've sorted that out. So there we go. So that's all it was. I forgot to put the brackets in because it's I've now made a level 3, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I have made today a level 3 and I'll show it to you in a minute. But just for future reference, remember to put your brackets in. Don't do what I've just done. Because on level 3, I've got some red nasties on there. So I wanted level 1 and level 3 to pick up this bit in the main program, in the main loop. So LV is my level, stands for level. And that's what the problem was. I didn't have the brackets there. Why that made any difference, I don't know. But obviously, all I can think of is it was thinking, well, if I equal 1, which I do, we're going to go straight and say dead men tell no tales. So yeah, remember your brackets. So yeah, welcome back to the stream. This is episode 5 of creating a platform game using ZX Spectrum Basic or Sinclair Basic. What is the correct name for it? I've always called it Sinclair Basic, although some have argued the point that it's not Sinclair Basic. Well, that's how I have always known it as, so you tell me if I'm wrong. Hope you can hear me fine. I don't think I needed to do a sound check because I was only working on this yesterday and I haven't touched any of the settings, so hopefully you can all hear me. Just reading the comments, see who's here. 10 watching. Did you clear screen? Yeah, I could see you were all trying to help me in the chat room to figure out what was going on. It is Sinclair Basic, yes. I've always called it Sinclair Basic. Frank, thank you, Frank. I had an argument, well, not an argument, a discussion with someone who's disagreed with me. And since then, I've like, well, okay, maybe I've got it wrong. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, let me show you what I've done today. I've done quite a bit. I've made some improvements to some of the graphics. Level 1 is no different, okay? In fact, for those of you who went early yesterday, we now have a startup screen. The only amendment I've done there is I've put a capital T on the. So we've decided to call it Pirate of the 8-Bit Seas, and I've credited it to the YouTube audience as well, because you guys have been helping me build this. Okay. So just looking at the comments again, Frank said, did you see my bit of code for falling sequence? Yes, and I'm going to add that later on. Also, I saw some code by someone else for some music as well. So I shall be looking at all of that. And there was I think there was a couple of contributions there. Hence why I've put, and the YouTube audience. I think when the game's completed, I did say I would probably do like a rolling credits on this. Everyone's name will come up and scroll through to say who contributed to this. That's the plan. Right, what else have I done? Let me show you. Remember the big baddie in level 2? I decided to change him. I've made him more look like a pirate. Well, I think he looks like a pirate now. Let's get to the right number. So if I change my LV there to 2, this will take me straight to level 2. Here we go. So you tell me now, does this guy look like a pirate? So I've given him a wooden leg. He's got a pirate hat on. What do you think? And he's only 2 user-defined graphics now, not 4. Because I did notice this level is a little bit on the sluggish side when moving. Not bad, but you know, it's okay. But do you prefer my little pirate man? It's not easy trying to do user-defined graphics in a block. We still get a little bit of color clash there, which looks like shadow. So that's my little pirate man. I also did try today, not on this, I wrote a little program to see if I could animate our little blue man, and no success with it, unfortunately, because I'm using over 1. It caused loads of problems. Because I'm using over 1, because I decided to have ladders in this game, and I used over 1 so I wouldn't take the ladders out as I walked into them. I'm very restricted on animating any of the characters because of that reason, unless I return them back to over 0, which I could do, and maybe switch back to over 1 when I hit a ladder perhaps. But you got to remember, this is basic, and like I said just a second ago, this is starting to get slow now. And you know, is it worth it? I'd rather have a game which I can play than a nice you know, a man moving his legs up and down, personally. So anyway, let me complete this level and I'll show you what I've been doing today. Let's hope I can complete it anyway. So jump onto our rope swing, like so. Oh, no, missed it. There we go, on the rope swing, jump off, jump across. So we've got to collect all 6 coins. Someone said to me today, I think it was Pete from my Learning in Basic Facebook group, he doesn't like that if you die, you lose a life, all the coins are reset. So I was going to ask the audience, you guys today, should I be resetting the coins every time you lose a life and you've got to basically start all over again, or should we be keeping what we've already collected? So this is level 3. That's what I've been working on today. What do you think of that? So we got a little pirate flag above me. The little blue man, I've respawned him, so he's on top of that bit there. On the left hand side. Pirate flag above. Okay. We can climb up the pole as well. Just a little mimic. So we can climb up the pole if we want. And you'll see I've got a moving platform. Some rum barrels. Filling up our pirate ship, or whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to make it look like a ship. And I've done it so if we time it right, we let go of the keys, we come across these barrels here. If we hit them, we lose a life because they're red in colour. There's no nasty movement in this level yet. Didn't know where to put the guy, really. I didn't know whether to put the pirate in, perhaps on one of the masks in the middle there. I'm unsure about the right hand side, which looks like two crosses at the moment. Don't know whether to change that. I made the sea a little bit higher at the bottom, so it's lapping over and hitting the side of the boat. Just had a little bit of fun with it, basically. So, what do you think? I'm quite happy with this. The only problem is with this level, when you complete it, the little boat takes everything out. It wipes the whole bottom section out, and I shall show you that now. So I don't know what we're going to do about the little boat on this level, because it's not going to work. Oh, I touched it. Whoops. So get across on that. So my thought was these were little rum barrels or beer barrels, being pirates, and rum would be the appropriate liquor they would be drinking. I might as well decrease, or I should say increase, the fall counter. So, because I found it's too easy at times. You know, the distance you fall and it says you fell and you lose a life. I might make that a little bit harder because I can fall to that there, no problem at all. I've also put, someone mentioned in one of the live streams, what about a broken ladder? So I deliberately didn't join that one up. So there you go. This is the problem we've got. The little boat takes out the bottom of the screen. So that's the only issue. As much as I like the level, let's go back to it. List 180. Now visually, I quite like this. So I didn't really want to change it just so the little boat came across. Oh, maybe we could do some sort of over one with it or something. I don't know. The problem is we've got, because it's moving on line 21, can I move the nasty in the where the blue is on the tab 0 line, I think we call it? Is that possible to move animation on that line? I don't know. I've never done it. If we can, then maybe I can use the over one to get around it. I don't know. But what do you think of this level? Let me have a little read. Or maybe when the little boat, if I put it on the lower level, I could just have it reprinting the sea rather than deleting it as it goes, perhaps. Maybe that would be the answer. Yeah, maybe that is the way forward, is just get it to reprint the sea as it's moving. Yeah. Anyway, let's have a read. Pirate Mario. Welcome to the stream, Drake, Will, Sunburst, Franco. Good to see you all again. That level 2 is great. Thank you, Will. Looks great. Whoa, level 3. Whoa, lots of whoas. Laugh out loud. This looks neat. The whole screen looks like a sinking galleon. Yeah, that was the idea. Little boat could be on the bottom row. Okay. Try printing little boat over one. Level looks great. A shame it gets rubbed out though. Yeah, that's what I want to try and sort out now. If I can get the little boat to go on the bottom, I just won't do it for all the levels, perhaps. One thing I did do as well is my respawn for the man now, our little blue character, which is the Y and the X coordinates, are now included in the three-dimensional array. Because obviously on the other screens he starts at the bottom. So I've now changed that so it's now in the... I'll just show you actually. So if you look at line 3000 for level 1, if we go down, you'll see line 3070 right at the end there. We've got 17 and 2. That's our coordinates for the first level for our respawn for our little blue man, his start position. We've then got a 0. The 0 is just a spare spot. I've got one spare slot for something. And the same goes for level 3. If we come down, where is it? There it is. Where's it gone? It's there somewhere. Oh, 9-2. So level 3 on 4010, he respawns at Y on 9 and X on 2. So he's on top of that, where those ladders are, where the flag is. So I thought I'd just as well include it in there as well. I designed the level on that mock-up program I showed you on YouTube. I did a video on it where I designed the level. I did it all on there and then just chucked it on here. And then just fine-tuned it a little bit because I noticed with that program, it's okay. But the only problem is when you've got the user-defined graphics up, you do need to tweak it a little bit now here and there. So, like I say, the problem we've got is that boat moving. It's taking out the bottom of the screen. Now, if I'm going to move it, I just want to do it for every screen. Just to save more variables and, you know, messing around with it. Although, maybe we could use that extra slot on the three-dimensional array to tell it where to be, maybe. You know, we only need the one call on it, don't we? It's either going to be on line 21 or is it going to be on line 22 if it will allow us to do it. Where is it? I'm trying to find where it is. There it is, line 120, list 120. Frank did say something about 110. He's written a piece of code, which I will put in there later. So we've got a request there from Mike. Alex, let me see the beep light every time the pirate touches a nasty. Okay. That would be... Let me get that for you quickly. So I want to come back in a minute to line 120. It was 86, list 86. So when we hit a nasty, Mike, it's on that line there. And what I've done is I've done a loop, 4t equal 10 to 20, and then I've got beep 0.01, comma 30 minus t next t. So that is all I've done. Okay, so I hope that helps. As long so just reading the line above there where Frank has said, as long as you use the hash 0 at 0x or 1x, you can use the bottom two lines as normal. Okay, let's try it then. That's what I want to try today, because this is something new to me. I've never done this before. Where's our boat? So if CL equals 6, we've collected all the coins. Okay. Again, I wanted to add that music in as well in here. Like in the startup, I wanted to put that in here. So what you're saying then, if I change that 21 I'm gonna have to help me here. What do I change it to? If I just go to line 400, because we did it here, didn't we? So it'll give me some idea. Where is it? List 400. I need to know how to write the code. Because I have, haven't done it much. So there's no point for... we've already done it once. Where did I put it? It was on the startup screen. I'm sure it was. List 180. There it is. List 315. So that's where we've printed on the that's the piece of code that Frank gave me to get the C onto line 22. So now let me go back to line 120. So if I put print hashtag 0, I wonder whether I can just put let's see. If I put let's CL equals 6, will it just do it for me? So we're still on level 3. Let's CL equals 6. Continue. What have I done? I forgot the at by the looks of it. Print as So what do I put there then? 0, I suppose, because or would it be 0? We'll find out now, won't we? Let's CL equals 6. Continue. There we go. Cool. So that's good that we can print on the bottom line. Now, so we know it works. Brilliant. And obviously it's still going to wipe out the bottom blue. So I need to do exactly the same as I did for the startup screen, if you saw yesterday, because to get the music to work, that has got to be at 31. Okay? And how I did it yesterday on line 815, I just did ode position on the F. So maybe if I do exactly the same, what I've done there at line 120, I can't see why it wouldn't work. So let's try it. But I want to put ink 1, and I'm going to have the C. I'm going to have the C there. Which one was the C? F. Because I want it to reprint the C, and that has to be the ode F. And if we put and brackets OF is more or less than F at, now will I put hashtag, do I have to put the hashtag 0 again? I'm assuming I've got to. We'll soon find out. I have no idea if this is going to work. And now I want the boat. Obviously, I need to put me ink black, sorry. Then me boat. Where was me boat? E. No, where's the boat? I can't remember which one it's on. G. There it is. G. Right, and then we want to put let OF equal F. Well, it's accepted it. So let's try it. Obviously, because I'm going to break the screen to try it. But I just want to see if it make sure it will print. I didn't change it to 31, but never mind. Let's CL equal 6. Continue. There we go. So it's printing the C behind it. It should work. So if I change that now to 31. Right, let me complete this and I want to see what happens. Of course, it's going to do it on every level now, which isn't a problem, although it might be. We'll soon find out, because obviously we've got our man needs to land on the boat. Oh, you bastard. Come on, there's people watching, they're waiting to see if this works. Get past these. There we go. You've got to stand right next to them to get over them. Like so. There we go. I do like this screen. I am quite chuffed with this one. The extra user-defined graphics from changing the nasty in level 2, the extra 2 I had, I used it to create the pirate flag. Where am I going? Don't want to go up there, do we? We go there. So I can slide across, jump up. There we go. Perfect. What do you think? That works, didn't it? The only problem is I might have to make that platform at the bottom a little bit smaller, because well, I've done it, but yeah, it's going to crash because there's no level 4 in place yet. So yeah, I've got to jiggle that around a bit, because obviously now it is going to line 31. But what I want to try and do now is put the music in. Can I put the music in? So if I go to line 800, I just want to see how, refresh my memory to how we did it there. And this was the music supplied. Was it supplied by you, Will? I can't remember now. I think it was. Where is it? So we need a restore. We've got a restore 860. So I must remember to put the restore in. Where's the beeps? I want to know where it is, just so I can copy it to put it in line 120. And I can't see for looking. Is it the next one down? Oh, there it is. So it's maybe I should have it go sub to a separate part and then come back maybe to put all this in, rather than trying to cram it all into line 120. I don't know. So we need read note. Let me write this down, because fairly straightforward. Read note, and then it's 0.1 beep, comma note. And we've got to restore 860. Be interesting to see if I can get this to work. List 120. I reckon I can squeeze it all in there. Because I'm going to take this one out anyway. So that can come out. It needs to be in the loop. Does it need to be in the loop? I don't want to. Don't want to put the restore in the loop, do I? Let's put the restore there. Restore 860. So a restore to line 860, and then I want it to go read note beep 0.1 note. Please work. I have no idea if this is going to work. Can't see why it wouldn't. So that tune you can hear there is what I want it to play when the boat comes across. We have got quite a bit of a delay now, obviously, while it's working everything out when each level loads up. So let's CL equals 6. Continue. Yes, it worked. Put the read and the beep just before the next. It worked. Brilliant. And does it matter that it was playing it a little bit on the quick side? I don't think so, do you? Because we don't want to be hanging around, do we? We want to get on to the next level. I want to play that again. I quite like that. And let me just try something. If we go to list 180, I need to make sure, just want to see what the boat looks like, because obviously we've now changed it. It's going to be different in every level now. So let's take it back to level 1. Let me see if I can complete this quickly without dying. The game is still running at a playable pace, as I would call it. You know, it's quite a steady pace. It's not super fast, obviously, but it's playable. Considering we've now got 3 levels and maybe a 4th on the way. Oh yeah, I was going to die then. Cool. I love it. I love it. Now the problem is I might have to extend some of these platforms because obviously he's picking them up there. So we need to sort that out. But that's not a problem. And there we have level 2. And this does feel a little bit sluggish. I don't know why. It didn't yesterday. Of course, we've got a subroutine calling it on to get the rope swing moving. See if we can see what the boat looks like in this one. Yes, I've done it. I don't know whether that guy looks like a pirate or what, but it's the best I could do. And it must be an improvement rather than moving 4 user-defined graphics for 1 character just to have the 2. It's got to have made some difference. Oh, I forgot to grab the bloody thing. There we go. Yes. Up. Perfect. There we go. So we've now got that working. Obviously, I've got to move the man around a bit because he's not landing on the boat. And maybe someone suggested maybe he should disappear as well. So yeah, that's another opportunity there to put in place to make him disappear as the boat arrives. Extend this platform as well. Yeah, so I need to extend those platforms. I like the wooden leg. Level team seems slower than yesterday. It does, doesn't it? At level 3, I mean, obviously I haven't got any nasties in as such. I don't know why level 2 has slowed up. Let me save this. UT4. I don't know what number I'm on now, but I'm going to put 5 for episode 5 of the channel. So it's 4. Level 4. Level 4. We're on level 3. Level 3, and it's episode 5. But yeah, level 2 does seem to have slowed up. I just want to check that I haven't messed something up. So there it is, line 87. If level equals 2, then go sub 135. So obviously it's going in there. We've got the movement in there as well for our pirate and the rope swing, and it's picking up the collision detection. What I did think about doing as well is making these lines a little bit smaller, because as you can see, line 143, I could probably do a subroutine somewhere to have the "you're dead" message appear. That needs to be changed anyway, because I've now changed that. But I can't see why that would make much difference anyway. And then it's returning there. I tried to keep it as close. There we go. There's the end of our loop. So I've kept it near enough right next door to the main loop to try and keep the memento going, the speed going. Why have we got 138 there? We don't need that anymore. That can go. That was when I was experimenting, wasn't it? So that can go. Is there anything else that can be improved here? So that's our little pirate man. If I just rem him out at the moment, bliss 180. What about if I only make the pirate move when we're on that line? Does he need to be moving all the time? So maybe just get the pirate moving when we reach that platform. Oh, it's bugging it up because we haven't got the... Does seem a bit quicker. Does seem a little bit faster. So what I could do... where is it? I'm just thinking of ways to speed it up. Let me just run that because I need to get some coordinates. I need to work out where to. I think it's line. I think it's on line 9, but print at 0, 0, y. So it's on 9. So what I could do is just have the pirate moving when we get to that platform. Is there any point of him moving if we're on the other platforms? Yeah, it is a lot of code for a Go sub. This is what the problem is. The other option is I move the pirate out and I put him into the main loop, but then it's because I'm sharing list. Where's it gone? The problem is I'm sharing the same step counter that's moving the rope swing. Where the hell's the rope swing gone? Did I see something else rammed out there? There it is. Yeah. So I'm sharing the same step count as the rope swing. So we have got a fair bit in there. I had to put the collision detection in there as well because it wasn't working from the main loop yesterday. We weren't getting perfect collision detection. I moved it into here and it worked perfectly. I've saved this, haven't I? So let me just load up yesterday's. Done bloody loads of it. Look there. This happy. Now this is the one I called it happy because I was happy with the finish. But that was the problem. That's I had to put the paper blue, the Scion in there. List 180. Let's change that to 2. So this was before I'd put level 3 in. This is how we finished last night. I've sorted that out now. That is now Scion when it starts. So this is level 2 with the. It does seem quicker. It is quicker. A lot quicker. So why has me putting in? Something must be holding off. That is a lot quicker. So on the new version now with level 3 in, I've got a line 89 saying if LV equals 3, then it goes subs. Or have I cocked something up when I was doing the user-defined graphic? Got rid of that now, that's gone. So let's whoops, be back. Let's go back to the updated version. There we are, 3.5. Want to just check? Yeah. Level 2, where are you? Level 2. Change that to level 2 again. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's a slight difference, isn't there, still? Or is there? Does that seem any different? Ah, I don't know now. It didn't. I don't know whether it feels any different. Seems the same, yeah. Does line 143 need to be there if you're dead in your dead routine? List 143. Yeah, the reason why I put that in there, Frank, is because yesterday, when we were doing it, the ATTR in the main loop was not picking up the nasty that we've got on level 2, because I've included it into the subroutine where the rope is, because I'm sharing the step counter that moves it. That is why. The only other thing I can think of is I use the step counter in the main loop and I take that back out. Obviously, it would mean a couple of variables to change everything because it's obviously in a different location. But it's doable. There's no reason why I couldn't do that. That might speed it up because obviously we'd get rid of line 143 would then go. The nasty from in here would go. So it would potentially make a difference, but it would then be in the main loop. So basically that line there, I would change, put some variables in place to change these numbers. Unfortunately, I haven't got enough room in my dimensional array to do that. I've only got one. So, and what was the numbers that we needed anyway? Where are they? So we've got 8 and 15. 8 and 15. And what did my baddie need? Where is it? And I've just put a +8. So I've plussed it by 8. Line 141. So list 90. Oh, that's a shame. So I could possibly use that and just do the sums to plus onto that. So 8. Do the sums to get that up to 15, and the same with the 6 to get that to 8. So yeah, I can't see why I couldn't do that. Move it into the main loop. That might speed things up a bit. It would certainly clear that subroutine up a bit more. So that is a. I think if I'm going to do that, I'll do it off the stream because. Let's just have another look at it. Let's have another look. Does it? Do I really want to be messing around with code now on level 2? I want to move on, get level 3 done, you know? Doesn't seem that bad. It actually doesn't feel that bad, to be fair. Now, I've done that deliberately. Now that's interesting. Something is picking it up on the collision detection, because it shouldn't be. Did you see it? It said dead men don't tell tales. Now that's in level 2, and that message should only come up if it's in level 1 or level 3. So why did it come up? So line 86. Why did that happen? I haven't asked line 86, and maybe that could be where we've got a bit of slowness happening. I've asked that to only happen in level 1 and level 3. So why did that just come up in level 2? The dead men tales tell no tales. This is the only part of the program I've put that in so far. Why has that come up? There's a question for you. Have I messed something else up? If LV equals 1 or LV equals 3 and 80, do I need to put something else in brackets? Should it be, instead of the and, should it be if, then if ATR? Let me just demonstrate again. If I go list 150, where is it? Right. So there's your rope, yeah? That's level 2. This is all level 2 stuff here. You'll see that is the collision point for the man. And I've got you're dead. We've seen the you're dead came up. List 86. But that piece of code there picked it up when we hit him on the head. On the OY plus 1. And it shouldn't have done. Put the ATTR in brackets. It just goes to show how important putting this stuff in brackets it is then. That might be why it was a bit sluggish. That one's working. I need to land on his head now. Going right through him. Right, I think it's working now. Why is it when I don't want to land on his head, he lands on his head, but when I want to land on his head, it won't bloody do it. There. It's not reading it at all. Well, that seems to have sorted that out. List 150. I don't know whether to take that out again and just see if I can get it to... I think what I will do... I probably won't do it on this stream. I'm going to take that out and I'm going to put it into the main loop, but I'm going to use the same step counter as I did for level 1's nasty. So it's just going to be in there basically. So that line there, I'm going to mess around with it and change it so that nasty 2 for level 2 is in there as well somehow. Because I can put the nasty into the B string and just move it all with variables. If I go list, which one's it at? 880. Yeah, so I can put list 210, sorry. So what I'll do is I'll put the pirate on the B strings there as well. And I'll use the same. In fact, rather than talk about it, let's just do it. Bloody talking about it, let's just do it. We'll leave that D string for a minute. So it'd be B string, I need a variable to count that as well, don't I? No, I don't. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So it'd be 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is squid. And then 3 and 4 is pirate. So we've got legs, head. And I'm going to need a variable in there. If I put let, I'm trying to think what I've already used. I'm just going to use M. I don't think I've used M anywhere. M for monster. I've used M1, M2. What's M1 and M2 up there for then? Don't know what that's for. Let N1 equal 0. Let N2 equal 13. What's all that about? Interesting. 205, look, M1 equal 9, M2. Can't remember what I did that for. Anyway, maybe it'll make sense when I if I call it squid and P, squid and pirate, equal 4. Oh, what a bastard. Can't think straight. I'm going to have to do more than one variable. Oh, there's me M1. Look, there's M1, and there's M2, and there's N2. There it is. So yeah, that is basically moving. Okay. Right. With you. So I've used them to move these two squids around to position them. Right. I'm still tempted to do this off screen, off the live stream, because I'm going to get myself in a right muddle here. I've got to work out basically when level equals 2, I need to switch the variables over to the new nasty, which isn't difficult to do, but it is when you've got 17 people watching you. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave that for now, if you don't mind, because I don't want it to be a late one tonight. I can't do another 4-hour live stream tonight. Fuck that. Excuse my language. I can't keep doing 4-hour live streams. Now, Frank, I'm going to move on to what Frank said, and I'll look at that nasty thing, maybe move it into the main loop, see if it will make any difference to the speed. But at the moment, it's working. It's just let's leave it alone, and I'll make those improvements off screen. 110. He wrote me a piece of code to put in here. I now need to find that piece of code, and basically I'll do that now. Just got to find it. I don't want to waste time messing around changing stuff that doesn't necessarily need changing. Right, okay. Here we go. So Franco has said, if y, right, let's type it out. So if y is 20 and f, yeah, then 4m equal y to 21. Print at m x over 0 player graphic. Right, player graphic, beep, .02. I can see people are commenting, but I'm busy writing this at the moment, so I'll be with you in a minute. I'm taking it there's a variable in here somewhere for the m. Yes, there is, because you've got a next m there. Silly. Hang on, so we've got print at mx over 0 over 0 space next m. The rest of the line is the same. And I've just deleted the rest of the line. This is for the bit for your fail. Let's get rid of the fail message for a minute. I just want to see if this... Let's just take it back to there. I can always put the you've fallen or whatever it said back in there later. Leave that as it is. Too late. Too late, I've deleted it, Frank. This will now apparently this will give an animation of the man falling into the sea. Okay? So let's see. Let's see if it's sea. Let's see if we sink in the sea. Let's do it where we can see it. Oh, cool. That's cool. We are printing above there. Is that because we've got our own position? Did I delete it? We've got to reset our road positions. Definitely does seem a little bit sluggish. I don't know. It's hard to tell. What happened then? Not a problem there. It's going to go sub 490. That's where it resets the coins. And that's where it calls for our maybe it should be there then. That's my respawn area there, so it's picking up the dimensional array information, and that's where it gets the respawn from. So I don't think it's putting the old position back. It's the over 1. So in that case then, fucking over 1s can be a right pain in the arse at times. Do I need to put the over 1 back on then? Because I've zeroed it. When it goes to 490, it zeroes it again. And we've zeroed it there. Let me just try something. Let me just try that. I don't know whether that'll work actually, but it's worth a try. Nah. So it's leaving. It's got to be the old position then. No, that didn't make any difference whatsoever. The over 1 is still on. It's the over 1. So what you're saying, list 490. It goes to 490. Look, I've got lots of over. So if it's still on, I'll turn it off then. See if so it goes subs to 490. Oh, for goodness sake, what's going on now? Need print at OM pirates after the for routine. What have I done? Oh, right, okay. So what's Frank saying? List 110. Somewhere you need print at OYOX pirate after the for routine. Okay. What, in over one? No. Hang on. Well, let's try it there. If not, it might have to be before the beep, perhaps. Yeah. I think I need to move it back a bit, though. It's working, but it's not in the right place, is it? Try it after the go sub. Well, at least you've solved it. At least you know, we know what the problem is. It's just getting it in the right place now. So try it after the go sub. Print at OX graphic little man. He jumped back out. What about up there? We'll get there eventually. At least we know what the problem is, just knowing where to put that piece of code. Bastard. How about just before the go sub? Try it after the go sub. Try it just before the go sub. Come on. Come on, work. No. Let me just try something a minute. Let me get rid of the go sub, because all the goes... No, I can't get rid of the go sub, can I? because it won't respawn. Just seeing if the Go sub is the problem. No, didn't make any difference. So it's not the Go sub that's the problem. Okay. Bootlegger has just said the for next loop goes to 21, but my piece of code there only went to 20, so he's suggesting change that to 21. So let's try that. Yeah, it's better. But our man, he isn't really disappearing, is he? Is it because it now needs to be put back into the loop? Because it's outside of the loop, so obviously it's not going to delete it until it finishes the loop. So if we put it into the loop, will it work now? I don't know. Let's have a look. It's to do with how you print the pirate. I don't know. Bit of a head scratcher, that one. But hang on. Maybe just changing the ink color might do it. Yeah, just change the bloody ink color. Look, that's better. Perfect. It's because I had the ink color on black. That's better. Right, that's that one solved. Change numbers to 22 and after next print at M22C. I don't think we need to now. It's working. There. Done. Anyway, we know there's a problem with this level. It's a little bit slow. So I'm going to... Right, let's run it again. I'll try that again. We know there is an issue with this level. It is a little bit sluggish. So I am going to have a little bit of a play off the live stream, see if I can speed this up a bit. I've got some ideas, but I don't want to do it on the live stream because I don't want to get myself in a bit of a mess and waste time doing that. I want to move on. Right, list 180. Let's have a good look at level 3 again. So this is level 3. Which, yeah, quite happy with this. Now, my question to you lot is, do we have a nasty on this level? Or do I just put some more red barrels scattered around to jump over? Bearing in mind, at the moment, the speed is running really nicely. As you can see, not like level 2. So we have got an issue in level 2 where we've got a rope swing moving and a nasty moving. In this, we've just got a bit of string slicing with the barrels moving at the bottom there. Our moving platform. It's moving at a lovely pace, this level. Which begs the question, you know, the question I'm asking myself is, level 2, do we bother having the pirate moving? Just have him stood there. We've just got to jump over him. that would be the easiest thing. Don't have him moving at all. Is it necessary for him to be moving? It may look good, but... So, anyway, as I said earlier, I'm not sure about what's going on the right-hand side of the screen there. Whether I need to change that or just leave it as it is. So I don't know. What more can I do to this level? Keep him hovering, but try jumping off high platforms. I mentioned earlier on about maybe having a cannon on one of the center platforms that fires a cannon at you, a bit like in Super Mario 3. That's quite a good idea, yeah. I like that. Let's see what happens here when I fall in the sea. It's not gonna happen here, is it? We've got a problem there. Because we've now changed that fall sequence, we've got an issue there. Yeah, thanks, Will. Try to fell. Yeah, I think scatter more red barrels. Yeah. Try it from a higher place, assuming we try to make man fall to sea. So we have got a problem on this level 3 because I've hired the sea level. I now need to perhaps change. So what's it at? Print at 0, 0, y. 20. I have got one. Change 21 back to 20. Yeah. Failing that, like I said earlier, I have got one spot left on my three-dimensional array. So if it is a problem, I could use it there because that's only one number we're changing. So could change it. Could do that way if this doesn't work. Let's just have a look. And then I better go back to the other level and see if it works there. Yeah, it worked, but it took part of the C with it. So yeah, it did work, but we lost our C. But that's not too much of an issue, is it? Because what I can do is just tell it to reprint it. It's there, level 3. Yeah, I could just maybe... So there's our coins at 490. If I move that down to... Raise up a C, previous levels have no C. I'm thinking about when you lose a life, all the coins come back on the screen again. Okay, that is something I was going to ask you guys. Should I prevent that from happening? So, when you lose a life, should all the coins reset themselves? I think I asked earlier. I wasn't reading the comments to see what the answers were coming back. Do I reset the coins back to 0, or do you just carry on where you left off? Okay. I got questioned about that today by Pete, and he's not the first person who has said that either. But I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Do we reset the coins? Because don't forget, this is a basic game. It is quite easy, and that's why I was thinking make it hard, um, and make it so you have got to re-get them. Did you put back LV equals LV plus -1 in the for routine? That's the level, yeah? Did you put back level equals level -1 in the for routine? Do you mean life? You mean life, don't you? Not level. That's a good question. Did I put it back? No. Well spotted, that man. Or is it in the Go sub? Could put it in there actually, I suppose. Well spotted. Let LF, whoops, let LF equal LF -1. Who said that anyway? Brilliant, Sierra. Thank you for pointing that out. I completely missed that one. Reset the coins. It's harder then. Yeah, that's what I thought. Sorry, Mentlives. Yeah. Have option at the beginning. Reset coins, or death or not. I. Yeah. There's Pete. There. The stone ones. That ain't a bad idea. When I spoke to you about that, I actually did think to myself, maybe you could have at the beginning a hard and easy option. So the hard level would be all the coins get reset. Um, Maybe have more red barrels scattered around the place as well. And on the easy level, the coins don't get reset, and you got less nasties, perhaps. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of you are saying to reset it's more difficult, so I'll keep it as it is for now. So anyway, yeah, I've got this problem with the seed. Like I said, I can quite easily reprint it when it reprints the coins anyway. So I could just tell the seed to come back. That's the only level where I've raised the sea level slightly because I wanted it to look like it was around the boat there, you know? So that's why I did it deliberately, for that reason. So if I go list 490, and the sea, there's the coins at 490. So it's just a case of move that perhaps to 491. Where's, we've got nothing at 491, have we? So if I just move level that one there down to 491, get rid of 425. So now when it goes subs, it will just say, well, if I equal level 3, put the C back. Right, let's see if it does it. It should do. I better check the other levels as well, make sure this works. So I'm just going to launch myself off the platform. Obviously, if I do it there, we're just going to get the full message come up. Oh, wow. I didn't realise it did that. That's cool. I like that. Although we have got a problem there because it's reprinted over the it's not printing it correctly. I didn't realise that did that piece of code. Let's go higher. Oh, that's well smart. I didn't realise it did that, Frank. Yeah, that's where the C needs to be. So I think it's just a case of over wanting it, hopefully. I mean, 2 barrels can just... Alright, it's reprinting them. It doesn't need to. I can move them out, to be fair. They don't need to be reprinted all the time, but hey ho, we'll move them later. It's not going to hurt, is it? Didn't make any difference. Frank's saying over 0. Let's try over 0. There! Cool, yeah, sorted it. I like that. I didn't realise it did that. Some colour keys and colour doors like booty from time to time would be a good addition. Yeah. Your line of sea is disappearing on the right hand side of the ship as well. Is it? Or has it come back now? No, we're all good now. Like I said, we don't really need to reprint them barrels, so they can go back to 425. It was 425, wasn't it? Okay. Was it 425? Yeah. There's my flag. 425. Let's move them barrels out of there. They don't need to be in there. Print at 90. Yeah. That's a good point. Bootlegs just said, what happens if you fall a long way, but you don't fall into the sea and you hit the platform? Oh, fell off the moving platform. Moving platform, is it still working? Yes. So let's go up here and launch myself off. It's gone through the boat. Oh no. We've got a problem there. How are we going to get around that one then? So yeah, we've got an issue. That's a shame that because I quite liked that, but obviously we can't have it falling through the deck. Unless we want to sink the boat. I did say to do lots more testing of the full routine, as many scenarios as possible. You did. You certainly did, Sunburst. Extra feature? Boot. Could be a feature like a lunar jetman where you leave craters when you die. Yeah, you now need to jump over the gap. Yeah. Do we leave it in then? Do we just say sod it? Just make ships sink. This is basic, for goodness sake. If it's not a space below, player is a hit. I'm just trying to think. Could I do something with the ATTR? So if it detects that it's magenta, it will just stop rather than go through it. Problem is, it's in a full next loop, isn't it? So it's going to go regardless. It's going to go all the way to 21. Whether there's a an ATTR, well, will it? If there's an ATTR in there, will it prevent it? I don't know. Reprint the whole level when you lose a life. Yeah, bootlegger said if in the for loop, check the screen strings under next move position for if empty or not. Screen strings will not work on user defined graphics. Don't forget these these are drawn lines with plot and draw. So, but obviously you have got user-defined graphics on the ship there. You've got the barrels, haven't you? Let me just, I don't think, I'm going to put something in. I don't think it's going to work. So, I don't think this will work, but I'm going to try it. At F, then let for M equal Y to 21. I know that's not going to work, but oh, it did. It worked. No, I've just confused. I don't know what it's doing. Nah, didn't like it. It should be M plus 1. Well, on the beep, is that what you mean? You're saying that should be plus 1? Is that what you mean? Alex, if ATR equals 3 and M is more than 20, then M equals 20. Oh, of course, it's not going to be 3, is it? Because we've got the bloody paper colour. I'm thinking it's black. I'm so used to working in black screens. So if ATR, it will be 5 times 8, that's 40, 43, isn't it? 43. If ATR Y, it'd be plus 1, X equals 43. M plus 1. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, I put 3. I'm so used to working, and that beat needs to go back to minus. Not, I got the wrong one. Let's see what Frank was trying to tell me now. Yeah, I forgot all about the paper color, guys. Sorry about that. Um, then let if ATR then let equal for m equal y to so 21 20. Oh, I don't know. My brain's not working. Let's just see what it does. Because probably should have been 19 actually, because that's the lowest. I think it should have been 19, not 20. Because that's 19 where I'm stood at the moment. Oh, now we're just we're going for a swim now. Like we're just. Oh, you bastard! Let me just see what happens when I launch off a. I've got my calculation wrong, obviously. It's not let m equal. Because we're in a loop as well, aren't we? So it's looping it. Oh, shit. No, it should be if ATR is more or less than 43. And then what do we let the M do? Because it's in a loop. It's just going to do like it just seen. You just jump in. Should it leave? Remember that adding the second if will make everything else on the line only execute if the if statement is true. You may need to move the end of the for loop onto a new line. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking myself, because it's inside a loop. It's just going to keep on bouncing like it was doing. It will leave that line. Yeah, I think it needs to go to a subroutine, doesn't it? We should have just left it as it was originally. That's what we should have done. Ah, don't forget, I've got a full counter in here, haven't I? Then let f equal. Oh no, because you've put up there if more or less than 0, then 4. Ah, nah, that's not going to do it. The whole for routine, like someone just said, it's going to have to go into a subroutine, I think, to get around this. trying to do it all in one line, it's not going to work. It's going to have its own separate subroutine so that I can stop it from carrying out what it's trying to. I only want it to sink into the water when it hits a platform. Just want it to hit and you die. I don't want it to take the platform out. It looks crap. I don't want big holes in the platform. Yeah, need to escape from the loop. If Y is the same line as the water, you're dead. So complicated detection required. Yeah, I need it to leave the loop. Why can't I just write then leave loop? It needs a subroutine because how I can't get out of it, can I? There's no command to let me get out of there. 20 people watching. No sub, more than one lines. No sub, more than one lines. So you can jump line. Yeah, it needs an escape from the loop. He tries to swim. It's getting very complicated. Franco, you did this. Set M to 21. So bootlegger's saying set M if M equals 21 or higher to exit loop. Yes, that's why Will's saying all water levels must be the same. Break the code to more lines. Frank, the thing is, Frank, I like that bit of code that you've given. I think that's brilliant the way it goes fast and falls into the water. So we will get around this. We're gonna have to put that into a subroutine so then I can leave the loop. It ain't gonna work in one line because I can't. I've got nowhere to tell it to go. If you know what I mean. It's just a case of rewriting it. It's a lot to try and put in one line. It's not going to be. I'm not going to be able to do it. Let me have a look. Let me just let me have a see. Let me have a look. Just thought of something. Just thought of something. Hang on a sec. I just thought of something. Maybe there is a way out of it. No. It's the same as the RATTR. I'm just looking at line 86 where we die there. I think I need to do a subroutine for when we fall and when we die, so both lines can go to there. Because then in the subroutine I could say if a scenario like this happens, then I can just go to where it said dead men tell no tales because we've hit the platform. And then I can take all of that information from 86, take that out of there as well, and put it all in one subroutine. Then I haven't got such big lines in here as well for our, as morbid as it sounds, our death routine, you know, for when we die. But there again, 110, because we've got this loop and it needs to detect underneath it. Let me just put stop there to see if it will actually work. To see if it will actually detect that there's a platform underneath it. It stopped, even with the C there. I think we've got no option. We've got two options here. I either do a big subroutine, and I'll call it the death routine, where I put where we lose a life. Basically, that's you go to that subroutine when a life is lost, or I get rid of that for next loop, and we just go back to how it was. I think that's the only option, really. It's just to go back to how it was. Yeah, see, you got falling onto coins, falling onto enemies. Greed, it makes life hell. Get rid of the habit to put everything in one line. Yeah. If ATR is more or less than fully free, then leave loop. I am tempted to just put it back to how it was for now. I'll put it back for now, and I'm gonna write a subroutine for this. I'm gonna have to get rid of all of this. So just put it back to how it was originally. Yeah, so it fell. In fact, I think it's working. Taking that for next loop out, I think it's working okay now. Let me just go over the other side and jump off the... Yeah, so we're getting like a nice little splash. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. I'll just need to put the message up saying you fell. Obviously, then we have got the problem. This is where I may need to put the information into my spare space, into my dimensional array. So what happens here? What is going on up there? What the hell is going on up there? Ah. That's because I did all this shit, wasn't it? You know, sometimes you're just left better off leaving stuff alone when it's working rather than fiddling and trying to get it working better. There. Yeah. So that is 20. So that needs to be 21. Okay. So what I'm going to do, list 110. So level 1 and level 2 need to be 21. If I change that to 21, oh, of course, it's on the bottom line, isn't it? Ah, silly. That one. That one's remmed out. I'm in the wrong line. There we go. Right, so that's what I'm going to do. Because it's doing what Frank basically did with the 4 next, apart from we haven't got the speed there, but I haven't got the problem now of it taking the platforms out. And I have, in my dimensional arrays, a spare spot, which is there. So if I change that, so that's level 1, so that needs to be 21. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and it's 9. So 6, 9. 6, 9. And then I need to do the same with this one. We've got an extra spot there. So that needs to be 21 as well because of our sea level. And then level 3, our sea level rises. So that needs to be 21. List 115 ALV 6, 9. Now that should work for whatever level I'm on. So level 1. Yeah. List 180. Let's try level 2. Yeah. List 180. What time are we on? Change that to level 3. No, so I've got that one wrong. Should have been 20 as well. So level 3. List. Where is it? My eyes are gone. 21, I put it out, look. List 4010. Yeah. Should have been 20, not 21. Yes. There we go. So I just need to add back into 115. I'm going to delete 110. I'm going to put that back to 110. Get rid of 115. And print at I'm just thinking now. We've got well done. I want to try and change all of these phrases to pirate sayings, since it's a pirate game. Yavast ye. Just Googling it. Apparently this one means pay attention.
Avast ye.
Yavast ye. Never heard of it. Right. Print at 023. Paper 7. Ink 2. Move that over a bit. About middle of screen. I'll try 12. Need an over zero. Oh God, I thought I had an over zero already there. I have. I'll put one there. $0.14 is better. Okay, let's have a look. Maybe go back one, yeah? Yes, you're right. Anyway, it's working. Yeah, I went one too many, didn't I? 14. Well spotted, Will. I'll probably have to make this one here, this space, bigger anyway, because I've got other messages going in on the game. So that will have to be changed anyway, because I've got other stuff going on. Bit fast. Just need a little bit of a. We just need to slow it down a bit with a. I forgot to put the sound in there, didn't I? It's in the wrong place actually. It should be. Should be there. And it should stay up a bit on the screen a bit sooner now. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that there. I think what I will do eventually is do a subroutine for all of these. Get rid of them all. Oh, what have I done? I've got the my two little dots. Okay, let's see what happens now. That's better. No, at least you can read it. Just need to return that paper back to 5 because it's conflicting with that one. Cool. I'm liking that now. Let's just leave it alone. Of course, when we got the game over as well, we need to go back to the intro screen. Where's the game over? Where did I put the game over? See, if we look at line 86, that's where we hit a nasty. And I got a message being printed up there. Then we goes up into 490 again. So, like I say, that big space at the bottom, I can actually get rid of that, and because it's on line 490 now, just make it a bit bigger. So that's 0.5. So maybe just wipe the whole of that line out there, and then because I'm going to be printing quite a few messages up, so at least then I haven't got to put it here. So I'm going to get rid of that. Just brings the line size down a bit more. So it was at 5, wasn't it? So if I put 5, maybe we can get away with the putting a couple of those in there. Maybe that'll work. It may take out the bloody score though, that's the only thing. Took out the score. So move that over to taking it all out. Still a bit long. It's taking out me lives. I don't think one's going to be enough. I think I'm going to have to do a tell you what might look cool actually. That might look cool because it'll like wipe it out rather than. Let me see what it does. There we go. Right, so I need to go a little bit more. Look, it hasn't got rid of the tails there. So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I'll go to 27. And it'll wipe everything off there then. Perfect. Right, okay, now game over, because I need to subroutine it back to the beginning. There's game over there, look, 510. So what's it doing? Go to 30. We want to go to, just leave 535. Where do I need to go to? I need to go to 25. May have to put a restore, not sure. Let's have a look. Shouldn't have to. There we go. I've still got to sort out the bit with the boat, with the man. I want to put some more bits on this level though. I'm inclined just to put some red barrels up in places. Maybe. I just think if I put a nasty move in, it's just going to slow it down. This level's is moving at a nice pace. Let's have a look in the comments. Anyone coming up with any ideas? Anything I've missed? Frank's off. See you later, Frank. Thank you ever so much. I'm not going to be doing a late one tonight. Probably another couple of minutes actually, because I've got work in the morning, like most of us. So I'm not going to be staying on. I'm not going to be doing a 4 hour like I normally do. I think what I'll do just to finish off tonight, I'm just going to place some more barrels in places as obstacles to jump over, just to make it a little bit more difficult. So my man is at number 9, so that platform over there where those coins are will be at number 9 as well. So if I go to list 425, that's where my barrels are. If we put at 9, I don't know, what's that one below? That one's at 12, so I reckon 14. Graphic L. And then if I put one at 9, 20. So I'm just going to get these barrels in place and I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, right over the coin look. So that one's all right where it is. Let's just move that one back 20. So let's make it a 20. That's 20, 19. Let's make it 18, 17. We'll make that one at 17. That's too close to the ladder. Don't like that. 18. Let's put it right up against the coin. Yeah, that's all right. I like that. Right, let's see. Don't think I can jump on that top one. I was thinking about putting the pirate in. In fact, what I'll do, bring him back to 18. Graphic. Okay. Make the paper colour of the centre mask red. Yeah, I can't see why not. So it's like a mask, yeah. I'll do that now actually, see what it looks like. I've just got to remember where it is on the screen. 4, 2, 1. If the only thing is, I think I got a feeling it may delete the paper color as he goes over it. I'm not sure. We'll have a look. Oh, I think I did it at 2. I can't remember now. 2:19. Print at. I'm not sure where it is. I'm gonna have to guess and probably come back if it's wrong. Yeah, it'll have to be paper, won't it? Because if I put it red, we're going to end up killing the little man. So see where I am. I don't know whether I'm in the right place. Ah, I've done it the wrong fucking way. That's a good start, isn't it? Idiot. Right, okay, so that should have been. Yeah. I can't think straight. Can't think straight now. Too much programming's melted my brain. Oh, close. So I need to go over 14, 15, 16, 16, 16, and that needs to be up 1. that does look cool, actually. The problem I think we may have is when my man walks on it, I have got a feeling the red might get deleted. Yeah. He won't let me climb it either because of the paper color, because I'm picking up black. I like that though, so I'm gonna have to think of a way around that, because that does look cool. But that's the problem I've got. My little man will only work if he's on black. You think I should do all of the ladders like that? Well, that would solve the problem, wouldn't it? Because then I could just work out the ATTR. The problem is he's going to delete it. He's gonna end up wiping it out. Unless I did a... I'm thinking I'd do a graphic, you know? Let's just try something a moment. Let's work it out. So the paper color is red on black, so that's be 2 times 8 is 16, and then add 0, so that's still 16. I think I did it as a where's it gone? I just fucking read it. Q if ATR, then if remember these brackets. Let's just try it on the up position before I go any further. I think my calculation's right. So we got red paper. So red times 8, 16. We're on black. Black is 0, so it remains at 16. So in theory, that should be correct. Hang on a minute. Paper 8. Everyone's shouting paper 8. It's a bit... Alex, let's change some things. One on the intro and one on line 86. Hang on, let me just... it looks good if all the ladders were like that. Is this a situation where ink 8 or paper 8 would fix it? It's a bit odd just having one, I think. Paper 8, print man on paper 8. Okay. I will try that now. Well, he's going up the ladder, but he's deleting it. So you're saying paper 8. So list 90. I'll be completely honest with you. I've never used ink 8 or paper 8, so this is an interesting one for me. I'd rather be honest and say, yeah, I've used it, because I haven't. So let's see what happens. There's a man. I've put the paper 8 on the character. Oh, you beauty! Absolute. I love you people. Absolutely brilliant. And do you know what? I think I agree. I think all of the it won't go down because I haven't told it to. I think all of the ladders, like someone said, should be like that because it does look like a mask, doesn't it? It really does bring it to life as well. Brilliant. The red ladder looks dangerous though because enemies are red. Magenta has suggested, which could look better. Magenta, okay, let's change the colour. And I'll sort out going down the ladder when we're happy with the colour. But at least we've got it working. So paper 8 then, 8 is transparent, basically. Paper 8 equals clear, transparent. Okay. Well, like I said, I'd rather be honest and, you know, it's the first time I've used it. So, yeah, that's something I've learned. I've heard of it, but I've never actually put it into practice and used it. So yeah, brilliant. Where did I do the red? Where did I? Oh, it was 4. Was it list 425? I was going to call it a day, but I'm excited now. Sad as that sounds. Try magenta. What about yellow as well? So let's get the color right and then we can mess around with the attribute color. So there you go. There's magenta. So obviously there's a delay. So I'll give it a couple of seconds to see what you guys think in the comments. I never heard of the sorcery of paper 8. Cool. No, I hadn't either. So now we've got a pink or magenta. Looks cool as well. Let's try. We'll go through all the colours. What about paper 1? Paper 1? No, I don't think so. I don't like that. Magenta is good, so we've got a thumbs up for magenta. What about green? I still quite like the red, personally, but, you know, I'll go with whatever people say in the comments. Magenta is better, magenta is good, magenta, well, lot, well, 3. There's green. It's not bad. It kind of works. Let's try all the colours until we... What about yellow? Well, wood could be yellow as well, couldn't it? So let's have a look. There's yellow. Not too bad. Obviously white. Well, we'll have a look, but it's not going to be white, is it? Not unless someone painted it. I can make these platforms any colour you want. It just means I'd have to go back through where they're printing them up and put some variables in there to change the ink colours. White kind of works as well, actually. That doesn't look. I quite like that, actually. So what do you think? Still have bright options too. Yeah, forgot about bright. Bright, okay. So if we were to do bright one, let's go magenta again. So bright one with paper free. What's your favourite? The white? Then with print man also bright 8. So that's bright magenta, yeah? White looks good. Yeah, I thought the white looked good as well. Let's go back to the white. Let's do it as a bright white and see what that looks like. Neil says white looks good. Anyone else for white? This is bright white now. There you go. That's bright white. Kind of works. White or non-bright magenta are my favourites so far. I like magenta. So we could always do some magenta and some white, you know, to keep everyone happy. Does it need to be a bright white, or do we just go for a normal white? That's just normal. I mean, I can't really tell the difference. I quite like that though. I think it works well. Dull white. So yeah, we've got quite a few people liking the white. It does work, doesn't it? If you want me to change the colour, get rid of the magenta and change the colour, then that is something I can do, but I'm not going to do it now because I'm going to go to bed in a minute. So I've had enough now. Let me just change. Let's just work out the paper colours so that I can put them into the... So it would be 56, won't it? 7 times 8, 56. So the ATTR, wherever it is, needs to be 56. Where are you? I've lost it. Where is it? There it is there. 56. I'll leave that other one in there for a moment because obviously we've still got some just in the black. We need to do the same for that one. I would have loved to have stayed on till midnight tonight, but I have got work in the morning, and I've got to be up early. I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get to work for 6, so I need my sleep. So let's just see if this works, which I know it should. Ugh. Let me just get to that white mask without dying. Still a lot of bugs to sort out on this little game. That is cool. And we're going down as well. Oh, and I hit the barrel. Getting over him's going to be a bit difficult, isn't it? I didn't think of that. How am I going to get over that pirate? Oh! I might have to move him. You can't... I hit him. There you go. Let's save it. Before I save it, list 180. And that can continue to 1. So let's just double check. I'll have a quick through the level, see how far I can get, and then that's it for me. Let me see how far I can get. So there we go, level 1. Oh, only just. Got over the squid. Oh, you gotta really make sure you're right up against him before you jump. Oh, I thought he had me then. I forgot about that. That's cool. Forgot we did that tonight. So yeah, we need to extend this platform. So that's one job I need to do. And obviously that bit needs to be sorted out as well. Man needs to disappear and what have you. Plus, did you notice the little black man on the right hand side? I need to sort that out as well. That was the old position. I hadn't deleted it. So I need to sort that out. That'll probably be the same on every level. So there we go, old peg leg. What do you think to the speed? Do you think it's changed again? I don't know. I'm so used to just playing basic games now. I'm used to the speed being slow. Oh, you got over him. Well done, my man. Yeah, I need to sort something out in this level because there's definitely a bit of a speed issue. I don't think it was doing this yesterday. So got too much going on in that subroutine, so that needs to be sorted. Again, I might have to make that platform a bit longer as well. Sort that out. And here we go, level 3. Can I complete this level with all my lives? See the little black man? Yeah. He needs to be sorted out. He needs to be deleted. I don't think this one needs any moving nasties in because there's quite a lot to jump over anyway. Although I don't think I'm going to be able to jump over that pirate. But there is a way of doing it. Oh. Go on, you bugger. Yes. I reckon if I just drop down here, I can grab it that way. There we go, completed it with 3 lives. Beautiful. we go here, it's just going to crash because we haven't sorted it yet. But there we go. I'm liking what I'm seeing. There are some issues to sort out there, especially with level 2. I'm not happy with it. It's too slow. So I need to sort that out. I shall try and do that before the next live stream. I don't know when I'm going to continue with this one with a live stream yet, because we've got the Attic Attack game that we're still working on. So that will probably be the next live stream. I shall let you know during the week when the next live stream will be. I shall go away and work on this during the week, get that level 2 sorted out, speed it up a bit. I've got some ideas now I can do it. Sort the bit out where he jumps into the little boat. That bit needs tidying up. But apart from that, I think we could perhaps push to a level 4. So get your thinking caps on and let me know what level 4 should be about. Obviously, remember, it's basic. Let's not have a great deal of movement. In other words, don't add too many nasties. 1 nasty, maybe. We can push to 2. I'd like to see if we can get this platform game working with at least 5 levels. I can't see why we can't. 5 levels. The 5th level, maybe we got to be the boss man or something. I don't know. But anyway, I'm happy with what we've achieved. Thank you ever so much to everyone in the chat room for helping out, throwing your suggestions in, throwing your bits of code in there, and your, well, paper 8. There you go. I mean, that's new to me. So thank you very much. Keep up the good work and enjoy your week. And I shall see you soon. Look out. Keep watching the channel. I will be posting stuff up during the week, maybe, if I feel like it. I usually do. So anyway, take care of yourselves and do me a big favor before you all go. Please hit that like button. Yeah, hit the like button. Really helps the channel out. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Anyway, have a good week and I'll see you soon.